anything like those games?
I think so. First, we will play away, and both will play at home. I think the FA Cup game, it was different because they make a lot of changes, because they prioritize the Premier League, and it's completely different. So the way they play will be quite similar. I don't think they changed too much the system. So always they play 4-4-2 with Barnes, Woods, win a lot of set pieces. You have to avoid it as much as possible. That is the key point from Sunday, and defend well and attack as fluently as possible to create them problems. So that the same with the United game or Tottenham game. We have just one option. They are already in the Premier League. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to change. We cannot lose. We cannot draw. So only we can do is win the game. And that's all. It's simple.
Pep, Steve from the People. Jurgen Klopp is kind of expecting you to have won the derby, he said in his press conference, and he's inferring that 97 points will be a great season for his team if they finish with 3 wins, but that would be not enough to win the title. Do you think he's playing some mind games there by sort of suggesting that, there's nothing they can do now because you're in this fantastic run of form?
I don't know. But maybe I was more confident in our victory than myself. So I was not quite sure we were able to win there. So maybe we give that confidence for our rivals. So honestly, I don't know, but it's in our hands. So we don't have to think too much about that. So we have to win our games to be champion. Always I said we have to, at the end, well, my feeling is the same. They are going to win all 3 games, and we have to win all 3 games to be champion. Like it was 1 month, 10 games ago, we had 11 games in a row winning, and every game we have that feeling from a long time ago. But every time is a little more difficult. We feel more the pressure. You know exactly what is going to, is closer. But what we have to do, we are lucky right now today, on Friday and in April month, is the fact we depend on ourselves. We don't have to look what they have, what they do. So it's in our hands, and that is the strength points, the little advantage that we have right now. Is depends what you have to do. If you win Monday, next Sunday, next Monday, and the last game in Brighton, we'll be champion. It's not after that the mind games or this kind of thing. It's okay. So he can do it, but only way we can do is focus in what you have to do and win our games.
Also, maybe last night, I know there was the FA Youth Cup final and your team was winning, and then in the end you lose. Is that perhaps a warning that for your players that sometimes, things when they seem to be in your hands, suddenly in the blink of an eye, you lose it? Yeah,
we lose it. So I saw the game, and Manchester City players, and they didn't play incredible well. They play much better. After 88 finished, the shoot, the ball make like this, the keeper, before it was 2 incredible chances that the guys from Liverpool, they save in the last moment when the ball go in, and at the end go the extra time. But I don't understand extra time. When 18 years old, everybody exhausted and played extra time in that age. It's a little bit crazy, honestly. And the penalties is penalties. So they play all of both, incredible takers. Even the guy, the Cole, missed the penalty, was in crossbar, but they shoot it well. The game was really good, and I think Manchester City have to be so proud of the guys because they play incredibly well. And especially in the first half, they have 10-15 minutes, and Liverpool play good in the second half at the beginning. But after that, they play so good. So they have a really 3 or 4 or 5 really good players. Manchester City, that is important. So they experience how tough it is, lose the title in the last minute, and that always will be an incredible lesson for their development, for their future. So I'm so proud, like a manager first team, what they have done. So proud. But be related because Liverpool won, they are going to win or lose the Premier League. Believe me, I don't have the feeling. So they're related. So that's happened is because Brighton was better, or Leicester was better, and Brighton was better. They don't win, take 9 points. It's simple. So congratulations, Liverpool, for the victory, and of course for the big performance for our team.
Hi Pep, Richard Jolly from The National. In 2010, your Barcelona won the Spanish League with 99 points and Real Madrid came second with 96. Do you see similarities with this season, and what made the difference then?
Yeah, I make 96 because the last game when he played, Madrid draw because they know we were winning 3-0. And after that, if they need to win, they will win 98 points. So, yeah, it's quite similar. Both, and remember that period with Manuel, he was the trainer from Real Madrid. We knew it, and we spoke many times there. We cannot lose because Madrid is not going to lose points. It's quite similar, yeah.
And your team coped very well with the pressure of having them chasing you all season. Really,
yeah, it's quite similar because we went out for the semi-final of the Champions League against Inter de Milan for Mourinho. And after we had to game in Villarreal away, tough game, and after that, and we stand up and we won it. So that we did it. So in terms of beat two teams until the end with a lot of points, because of course when you have Real Madrid 96, 98 points, it's a lot of points, but just can win once. So that is the position that we are. It's quite similar.
Hi Pep, it's Russell from Sunday Life. Your two previous clubs, Barcelona and Bayern Munich, had a tradition of winning. Throughout their history, they've always been teams who win titles. Manchester City are still on that path to be those types of clubs. Manchester United and Liverpool have won back-to-back league titles in living memory. Manchester City have never done that. How much of a statement would that be for this club, and would that take the club to a next level that's never been at before?
I think the next level is already reached. We got it. Of course, with a back-to-back titles will be better. But the consistent we show in the last period, they got it. So the standards we put these players for the next generation, they know what they have to do, the next generation of players, when come here, what they have done, that guys. Of course, it's better when you take the title because they show, the numbers. But when they have done 100 points and 998, in 89. How many points do we have now?
At the moment?
Yeah.
So we have 89 now.
89? But 89, it's massive. It's a lot. And they did it. They already did it. That is my feeling. But not that. In back-to-back in Carabao Cup, when the people don't care the Carabao Cup, respectable competition. But it doesn't matter what happened. In the FA Cup, being in the first year in the semi-final, now in the final, and being there, we got it. We did it. So that is my feeling. So I think that is the most important thing. The most important thing to achieve in this club. And I think we increased the level a little bit higher, and that's good. That's really good.
You won the title last season by 19 points, but you could win the title on goal difference this season. But in a sense, would that be more rewarding because you've looked at your opponent in the eye and you've not flinched?
About the goal difference? Sorry, I didn't understand.
You could win the title this season, say, on goal difference.
Yeah.
But would that be more rewarding in one sense from last season when you won it by 19 points because you've had that duel with somebody and you'd come out on top?
No, the difference between this season and the previous season is one reason, is Liverpool. We did the same the last season, the same. The only difference, Liverpool was much, much better. But the other clubs was in the same level the last season. But the reason why this season different is Liverpool. They improve a lot. They bought incredible players, and they were incredible consistent, like us last season and this season. So now is who handled more the pressure. He is there more stable, and thinking every single second we are going to play. That doesn't matter if you lose. You have to go out there in 3 games to win every single game. Out there, it doesn't matter what happened. A mentality from the first minute until the end, you have to score goals, and increase 157 goals, and more, and win that game. That is only what I have to do. We lose the game, bad luck. So next season we'll be back, hopefully stronger.
Last one, just in here, please.
Hi, Pep. Ian Whittle from the Sunday Times. I just wondered, do you think this team is, in terms of what you demand of them, is this team playing better now than it was 12 months ago? And do you see room for improvement, given that you've got quite a young squad, a core of young players? Do you think there's a lot of room for improvement going forward?
Yeah. If I would feel there's not room to improve, it would no sense to continue together here. Yeah, still there are things that we can do it quicker and understand what we have to do in the better way and improve individually. We're going to improve collectively. So I don't have doubts about that. And always I have the feeling, and I like this feeling, that the team is better than the last season. because it done no sense this season. No, every time we are more together, always we'll be down and we will be tired to be together. In that moment, he has no gap to improve, but you have a joy to train these guys, and the guys are still, I don't know what's happened, but they are happy to to be together, to play in that way. Always you have gap to improve. The moment you are tired of them, they are tired of you, that is not going to space to get him forward, and after the manager has to thank you guys and another one come.
So even if you don't win the league this year, you would still see it as an improvement. The team is playing better, so there would be an improvement in those two.
Why should I judge what we have done for the results if the last moment for what happened, for example, in Champions League will be judged for the leave the title or not? So I know we are educated in that way. Always you have the mind. They won, they were right. They lose, they were not right. And they won, they are good, and the other one not good, just for the results. But I can, as a manager, I cannot judge in that way. I'm sorry. So when you are, I don't know, 7, when this team is built to stay there, we finish, I don't know how points far away. After that, you will say, oh, it was a bad season. I would say it was a real bad season. And now they're going to try what you have to do. But in that season, what happened, maybe wrong decision for the referees can happen. A bad decision in red card in the first minutes, and now we are out. So now the little details make the difference. But I wouldn't judge for a decision is not involved in our team. You are not winning the Premier League. I'm going to judge my team when they've done 10 months every 3 days for one action. No way. No way. That is not going to happen. The players, I spoke many times. The job is done. What you have done in terms of me and our fans and our people is done. You had success this season. You were heads off. So, but of course we want to win it, and we are not going to say it's enough. Okay, the manager told us how good you have done. No, we're going to try. No. We want to win it. We want to win it. We want to win the Premier League for sure. Maybe more than the last season. To do something unique in this club. We want to do it, but I will not judge them. I will not tell them for win or not for many circumstances, because maybe Burnley is better than us in that game. Maybe we play horrible in one of these 3 games. It's happened. You have to try to avoid it, but it can happen. But when the judge the team, it's the same for the Champions League. No, I said many times the last recent press conference, for 1 each were out of the Champions League. Is bad of that? No. But I know in that level you win for 1 patting in the Masters, for 1 action, for nothing. In that level is to win this kind of prizes alone. You have to live with these situations and accept the deal, accept the challenge, and go out there on Sunday and try to win. Okay, thank you.